What's going on, everyone? Richard here with Polishing Your Diamond, the personal development channel. Do not go anywhere because I have two huge announcements to make. So the first one is something really close to my heart. That is homeless children and cancer research. So on that note, what we're going to be doing is with our YouTube channel, any funds or any money that is made from that, we're going to start giving a percentage to those two areas. So once we hit 250,000 subscribers, any money that's made on our YouTube channel, we will donate 5% to orphanages within India and 5% to cancer research. Then when we get to the 500,000 to 500,000 subscribers, we're then going to donate 10% to each one of those. And then when we hit the 1 million mark, we'll then donate 15% to each one of those. So come and join us on this journey, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and share with your family and friends. And then, as I said, I was super excited for two reasons today. We also have our first guest episode, which is right now. So come and say hello. What, females or males?
You love, which Bollywood celebrity do you like the
You
most?
put me on the spot here. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't. To be fair, I don't really know many. I suppose. Look, I'm going to go out there with
Okay, have you
probably
heard
the
of
two.
Amitabh Bachchan?
No, I'd say the only
Oh my
two people
God.
that I really know when it
Okay.
comes to bodybuilding are probably the two people that I would say most people
No, no,
know.
no, no.
Oh
Not
God.
Bollywood. I'm asking Bollywood.
Oh, Bollywood. What,
Yeah,
Bollywood actors or actresses?
anybody. Who's your
Oh,
favorite?
okay. So I don't know names very well. There's a guy who was in the film. Is it Padmavat? Padmavati?
Padmavati. Shahid
Padmavati.
Kapoor?
There's the guy, the bad guy. Well, I say the bad
The
guy, but
bad guy.
the
Ranveer
what?
Singh. Okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I like
So
him.
that guy name is Ranveer Singh.
Yeah, Ranveer. Yeah,
So I want to give you an
he's good. He's
example
excellent.
with this. So I had a purpose asking this question.
Yep.
So just in case, okay, tell me the actor you love from Hollywood.
Oh, I love too many actors in Hollywood.
The favorite one.
Favorite. Oh, I would say, look, I'd go out there. Robert De Niro, Joe
Okay.
Pesci,
So
all of
what
them.
if he would have done just one movie and then poof, then he's not there into the industry anymore. But one super hit movie, will you be able to remember him for years?
No, probably not.
Exactly. So what these girls do, they compete for a show, maybe for a year, maybe 6 shows, 7 shows, and they think that people will know them, they'll be famous.
For all their life.
Yes, and if they'll inject, they'll get medals.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's a fair
Because of
point.
which, yeah. So, what happened exactly to that girl I was talking about? She didn't get anything, no medal for a year. Then she injected. Then she thought she'll get medals because she has been injected and she is a buffed up bodybuilder now. So she thought, this is what she thought. Her mentality was like that, now she'll win medals anyhow because she has got the good body. But on stage, they just don't look the body. They look how feminine you are looking, how beautiful you are looking, how gracefully you're carrying yourself, how are you walking, how are you comfortable with your heels, how are you carrying your bikini, your makeup, your hair, everything counts, everything. So just body, if your body is very good and still if you're not getting medal and then you're cribbing that there are people who are in the judging panel who are cheating and they are just giving medals to their favorite athletes. So people are like that. Then if they inject and if they don't get anything, they end up cribbing about the results and cribbing about the athletes. I have been into so many controversies, and because people say, where are the muscles? Where are the muscles? We cannot see muscles.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, dude, I don't have muscles like you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
You have
yeah,
muscles like boys, and this
yeah,
category is not about boys. This
yeah.
category is about girls.
Hmm.
So you compete in your category. There are so many categories here. So you compete in your category. Let me play into this category.
Yeah,
I
of
fit
course.
myself into this category, and that's why I do it. But they end up, defaming me and other athletes. And there are so much of politics around this. If the athletes don't get medals even after injecting, the rage, there are so many things that you'll have to go through.
Yeah. Oh, what you mean? Like, what's it called? Steroid rage or roid rage? Is that what you
Yes,
mean?
yes,
That's
yes.
right. Yeah, roid rage. So
Yeah, so that's
so there's a lot of, I suppose. Look, this I'm not challenging what you're saying. I agree with you. I personally don't see the. I see why people do it for the competition purpose, and for people that want to look bigger. And obviously, it's quick. It's almost it's like that cheat, isn't it, to get big quick?
yeah.
You still, I know you still have to work. You still have to put the weights and work if you're taking steroids. But then I suppose there are some people in the. I mean, if I, like, I don't know. I don't even know if I dare say this because I don't know if it's correct or not. Isn't did Arnie used to take steroids or not? I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger. I
I
don't
don't know
know.
about him,
I don't
but
know.
no, I know him very well, but I don't know if he has injected because he belonged from the old school
Yeah,
time.
he's old school. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know
Yeah,
if he
so I
did or
have
not. I don't know.
seen,
Yeah.
yeah, so I have seen so many bodybuilders from that time. Even in India, there is a guy called Premchand Degra.
Hmm.
So he's been universe for Mr. Universe for 8 times.
Yeah. Eight
Yeah,
times.
so
He's won it eight
eight
times.
times, eight
Oh,
times,
okay.
yeah. So if he would have done it naturally, I don't know. I think they must have done it naturally too,
Mm,
Arnold and the athletes of that time.
yeah.
That was the old age, old era, but that was a very beautiful time.
Mm,
That time the sport was actually beautiful. The
yeah.
competition was beautiful, everyone on the same page, and it was completely dependent on your genetics and on your hard work.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't have to worry about steroids and all the shit whatever is going on these days.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was the beauty which is fading away these days
Hmm.
slowly because of all these things.
Yeah, because of all of the other stuff that's going on. What about, look, just
Yeah.
going back to? I'm sorry to keep going back to all this, but this is the bit I'm quite keen on you sharing, and I suppose as advice look, and not just what I'm not just talking about just bodybuilding, what you're doing, but the fact that you decided to take a a direction that you knew was going to cause some adversity and some challenges because you're going against culture, you're going against religion, you're going against your parents almost. What advice would you have to anybody, um, that wants to follow something, that doesn't necessarily follow the same religion or the same culture or follow what their parents want of them? What would be your advice to those people?
The one and only advice that even I follow: never give up, come what may.
Hmm.
Because if you want to achieve something, there will be so many hurdles that you'll face.
Yeah.
But don't stop.
Yeah.
Keep going. And if you'll dedicatedly, if you'll strongly believe that you will be able to do it, then no one can stop you. Is what
Okay.
I bet. No
Yeah.
one can stop you if you'll decide
Yeah.
that you'll do it.
Yeah. But it's
So
about having that
whatever. Hmm?
the inner belief to say, I will do this, I will achieve. But what
Yes.
about the reason I ask you that question is because I know there's lots of people out there, especially who've been, this is not an episode specifically for it, for India, but I know there's a lot of people out there be listening. This would be, you know, important to them because there's a lot of people out there that want to do things. However, they're held back because of culture, or because of their parents. How do you tackle that? Because a lot of people would be scared. They don't want to disappoint their family. How do you deal with it?
So I think what I share my experience. So I was into IT,
Mm.
a very well job, as in well paying job.
Yeah, yeah,
Then because it was so monotonous, and I was like, no, this is not for me. But I had no source of income. I left. So if I would have kept any option, then I would have been switching from this option to that option. Like I told you, I've been to many jobs.
Yeah.
I've switched so many careers. But finally, when I ended to fitness and I competed for the first competition
Mm-hmm.
and I won. So the spark, the enlightenment, whatever happiness, satisfaction that I got that day when I won for the first time, that was priceless.
Yeah.
And I decided that day because I knew it. The first time when I wore bikini, I knew it that it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I prepared myself that okay, it may happen that my parents won't support me. It may happen that the society won't support me. It may happen that I have to go alone to this.
Yeah.
And there can be so many things. It may happen that because bodybuilding is very expensive game, very expensive.
Yeah.
So it may happen that some days I will have to, keep myself hungry.
Yeah.
So I'll have to earn. There is no choice.
Mm-hmm.
I have to, if I want my parents, because when my parents told me that they'll disown me if I won't leave this.
Yeah.
So that time I had nothing, but I have to achieve something very big, very concrete that will make them feel that this is the thing that I'm gonna do all my life, and they'll trust me. To earn their trust, I had to do it.
Yeah.
No other choice. And that's only why I didn't keep any other option,
Mm-hmm.
because I had the option to go back to IT, but I kept it closed. I
Yeah.
didn't want to go to IT back. And so I gave my everything possible, my sleep, my dedication, my hard work, whatever it required. I gave it everything. Sacrifices too, because I never
Yeah.
wanted to eat chicken, but
Yeah.
somehow I've eaten it.
Yeah.
So I cannot explain how I felt that time. I have cried a lot also, cried in front of some of my friends, sometimes alone. I i didn't sleep, I couldn't sleep for a few days too.
Yeah.
But because I wanted to achieve, there was no choice. I somehow, and by God's grace also, luck was there, because in 2 years I have achieved the same title twice. Is very difficult, because I've seen people doing the same thing for years and didn't achieve anything.
Mm.
So maybe God have felt the same thing, that okay, this girl is seriously doing something now, so I should help her. So he helped me.
Mm-hmm.
So God helps those who help themselves.
Yeah.
So I was helping myself, and that's how God has also decided, okay, I'll help this girl, I'll bless her. So he blessed me. Yeah. So that's how I've achieved, and I have made my name Miss Asia Aditi Bumb.
Yeah.
And that's how this name is made,
Mm-hmm.
because I have never given up on anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
despite of whatever hurdles, despite of there, as I shared, there were so many things. Despite of those tears and pain and sacrifices, everything.
Yeah. So
So that was a bad phase.
you've just gone in, haven't you? And you've not cared about, well, you have cared. There's obviously been that care there, but it's just about being brave. I think bravery is one big thing that, I think does set different people out from others. The people, a lot of people that are successful, I always think, whether that is in, sports or whether it's to do with making money or business or just any areas within life, the people that seem to become the people that are successful more often than others are the ones that take those brave steps. And that's obviously something you've done, which is fantastic. And I think it's going to help for anybody that listens to this.
So it's like
Will
you're
help.
fighting with the whole world alone,
Yeah.
and you have no support, no backbone, no one.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to be your own backbone, and you'll have to give yourself all the strength requires, and you'll have to fight with the whole world. Whoever comes in front of you, you have to fight if you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going is the key.
Absolutely. So what about your parents now then? I know you said earlier about the moment when you and your dad were being interviewed and your dad kind of broke down in tears, which is beautiful. Oh, nearly you went then.
Sorry, sorry,
That's
sorry.
okay. That's cool. So if we go back to that moment there, obviously your dad was super happy. What
Mm-hmm.
about what about now? What does it look like now, your relationship with your parents?
So it's quite stable now, like it used to.
Yeah.
So they are of course proud of me, because so many politicians from that place, they keep on asking my parents, when is she coming? We want to meet her.
Yeah.
And there are so many positive circumstances that has happened after that interview. So there are so many people who are positive about me, plus they are negative as well. There are so many who are negative too.
Yeah.
So I have told my parents, because sometimes my mom is like, she's very emotional. So if any relative, if they come to my mom and they say anything bad, so she takes it on her heart, and she feels bad that, okay, why is she doing it, despite of despite of being so proud on me.
Hmm.
Sometimes she feel like that, and she calls me and then she yells at me, why the hell are you doing it? Why don't you stop posting such pictures? Stop
Yeah.
posting it, don't do it. At least don't do the same thing on social media. Whatever you do it, you hide it.
Oh,
So I said, no, it's my bread and butter, I cannot hide it.
yeah.
Marketing myself is the thing, is the key,
Yeah.
if I want to progress in this industry.
Yeah.
So I cannot do it. Let people speak, let people bark, I don't care. So she usually says, I stay in the society, you don't have to stay here. You're staying alone, you're staying far away. So you don't have to listen to those people
Hmm.
to whom we are listening.
Hmm.
So I was like, I keep on, making them understand that just ignore such people, because there will be people who will say bad about me, whatever I do, because they won't like it always.
Hmm.
So I have, made them understand that just take positive and
Hmm.
ignore the negatives.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they are quite stable. They are just behind me for the marriage, because the age is now. So they are like, you should marry a guy now. Stop this field. You shouldn't compete anymore. So I told them I have some goals. Once I'll achieve those goals, I'll marry surely.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
they are stable. They are good now.
Good. That's excellent.
Yeah.
So, what is, so your parents are kind of like happy now with the social media bit. Are they okay with the social media piece now, or was that more back then, like when you started? They understand with the social media part.
So
Okay.
they don't really understand how it goes,
Yeah.
but uh, my sister, my brother, because they keep on, visiting my parents.
Hmm.
We are all outside. We stay outside. So they keep on making them understand what is Facebook, what is Instagram. So
Yeah.
what they see is she's posting some pictures. If she's posting pictures in bikini, she shouldn't do that, is what they understand.
Okay.
So now I told them it is the part of my marketing. It is the
Yeah.
part
Yeah.
of my, yeah. So it gives me bread and butter. And don't worry, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
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 So
Okay.
I've made them understand that
Yeah.
there are so many athletes in the world who are doing the same thing. So I'm not doing anything new.
Yeah.
So they are quite fine now.
Good.
Not completely comfortable, but yes, better than before.
Mm. They're maintained for now. That's good.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about motivation to do this? Because look, I work out. I wouldn't say I'm an athlete by no means, but there are days, and I'm just saying how I'm a very motivated guy anyway, but there'll be days where I might not want to work out, or you wake up in the morning, you're just like, I can't be bothered, or I might do something else, and I just skip my training day that I might have scheduled, which you could say is bad. It's a bad habit, but and I'm saying this because I'm saying it maybe on behalf of other people that might be like this. How do you stay motivated? Because obviously what you're doing is on another level to what I would do as a workout.
So I have some goals in mind, that my legs should look like that, my shoulder should grow
Mhm.
to that level,
Okay.
or I should work on my abs. So my abs should look that way. So I have some goals in mind. So whenever, even the days I face those period days, and there are so many days when I feel I suffer from mood swings too.
Yeah.
So those days demotivates me. But then what motivates me is I, think about that stage
Hmm.
wherein I want to bring a package
Yeah.
wherein I need those legs anyhow. I don't care. I need such abs. I need such shoulders,
Hmm.
and when I imagine that okay, I need to bring that package in the next competition.
Yeah.
So it motivates me badly that okay, go lift the weights. So so that's how I go. And whenever that day, I mean I've realized this. So whenever I feel like okay, I am not motivated and I should skip the workout today. When I motivate myself that day, I end up burning more calories than the usual days,
Hmm.
and having a greater workout than the other days.
Yeah.
So that's my you can say insulin spike.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
one of your motivations is the thing that keeps you motivated is number one, that bit you said at the beginning, is having those goals. I quite like the fact that you said you have goals for your different body parts. Whereas
yes.
most people, like for me, I just have a goal where I'd like to just maybe get my body fat down to a certain percentage. But you're
Hmm.
actually saying you make it very specific as well. So you're saying like you have a goal for your legs. I don't
Yes.
think I've ever heard anyone say they've got a goal for their legs specifically, or for their shoulders. But I suppose look, I suppose in your sport, it's something that you would have goals for. But I quite like, it's very, very specific.
Yeah.
So, have you got anybody that you look up to, or any influencers, people that have been, like you mentioned a mentor? You don't have to mention any names, but I'm assuming, is there anybody that famous people that you see as that you look up to?
So there is a girl. Her name is Elisa Pessini.
Hmm.
So she is Miss Olympia recently. She
Okay.
has won Miss Olympia, and her body is excellent. The way she carry herself on stage is amazing, and very down to earth personality. So I see myself there. That okay, I want to go there. I want to achieve a body like her.
Hmm.
So I keep that in mind when I feel
Okay.
demotivated.
Yeah.
So that motivates me like hell.
So, Aditi, what advice would you give? And I'm going to talk about specifically your sport now. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to get into, and not just India, but anybody that wants to get into your sport? What advice would you give them?
So first of all, if you don't have that much knowledge about training, about nutrition, so you
Hmm.
must invest in yourself, and you should do a good course like ACSM, NASM, reps. So these are
Right.
some courses that are internationally
Recognized.
well known. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can go for such courses. They'll give you enough knowledge to train yourself rather than investing on any other coach
Hmm.
like I do. I don't have any coach. So
Hmm.
I have done ACSM and I'm rocking it.
Yeah.
So with that knowledge, yeah, so with that knowledge and experimenting on myself, now I know how my body react to what food, and
Hmm.
how will it look like in 10
Yeah.
days, 15 days, how will it transform? I know everything about it now.
Hmm.
So that's how you can also do it, and you need to give, this game is all about patience.
Hmm.
So if you have patience, you can rock it for sure.
Okay.
But if not, then it's dicey. Yeah. So you need to listen to your inner self, to your body, because our body is very, very, very intelligent.
Hmm.
It gives you the signs that what you need to do with it. So understand your body really well.
Yeah.
Train yourself dedicatedly. Don't miss a day. Motivate yourself in whichever way possible
Hmm.
if you're feeling demotivated by any chance any day. So
Mm.
motivate yourself. Don't miss on your nutrition, because that's the very important part. So this game is about 24 hours.
Yeah.
You spend 2 hours in the gym, and then whatever you do in the whole day for those 22 hours
Yeah.
also matters a lot, a lot.
So diet. That's it.
So yeah. So this game is about 24 hours. So
Yeah.
you'll have to be true to yourself 24 hours.
Mm. That's a
Be it
good
your
way of putting
sleep.
it. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So be it your sleep, because recovery is very important when you work out really well.
Hmm.
So sleep, volume of your workout, intensity of your workout. You
Hmm.
need to understand what your muscle, which muscle needs to be trained more, which
Hmm.
is weaker, which is stronger. So understanding as in understanding your muscles is very, very important when you want to compete on stage.
Yeah.
because symmetry is very important in this game.
Mm.
So like I said, I like to grow, I like to work on my legs because I know my legs are quite weaker than
Mhm.
upper body.
Yeah.
So I train my legs thrice.
Mm-hmm. What,
I give it
three times?
3 times a week.
Oh
Yes.
wow. Okay.
So
I know.
hamstrings, yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
hamstrings separately, glutes differently, and quads differently.
Okay.
So yeah, I train them thrice
That's good.
because yeah, because I need it, because my
Yeah.
body need it.
Yeah.
And to attain that symmetry, to attain good quality of muscle in your legs, I need to do that,
Yeah.
and my body responds really well on that.
Mm-hmm.
But what works for me won't work for you because your
Yeah.
body is
Everyone's
different.
different. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's, yeah.
the athletes who are copying other athletes, so don't do that because their nutrition levels, their body is different. So what is working for them may not work for you. So
So it
I've
should be
seen people
personalized.
copying. Yeah, yeah. So I've seen new people who just enters into the industry and then start following some athletes and start following whatever the other athlete, the other famous athlete who is doing. So
Mm-hmm.
they start copying, A to Z copying everything. So stop imitating or stop copying them, stop following them blindly. See what is working for you and how is it working for you. So that is the very important thing when you want to do bodybuilding or when you
Yeah.
want to enter into this field.
So
So there
listen
are
to
so
your body.
many. Yes, yes, yes. Understanding your body is very important.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you few points. So
Mm-hmm.
understanding your body first, then gaining good
Mm-hmm.
knowledge about training, about nutrition,
Yeah.
about your body,
Yeah.
then staying motivated always,
Yeah.
come what may.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Don't
I like that.
impose on others.
That's my favorite bit I'm going to take away today. The 20, like the 24-hour piece. Sorry to interrupt you, but I
Yes,
like that. The 20, thinking of, I don't think we all think about 24 hours. And this is something you could, put towards not just fitness or bodybuilding, but anything that you want to achieve is, that 24 hours, you've got 24 hours. What are you going to do with it? I'm quite
yes.
motivated myself, but the 24-hour piece I like. Go on. Sorry, I interrupted.
Yeah, so that was the fourth point.
Mhm.
Then fifth point is presenting yourself in marketing and earn. Okay, so presenting yourself is the fifth point. So
Yeah.
while presenting, as in the way you pose, the way you carry yourself on stage, is
Mhm.
very important. So suppose you have achieved all the goals, you have achieved the body you wanted to, but
Yeah.
what if you don't know how to present your body? So
Mhm.
that's the very important point. When you're taking yourself on stage, you need to know how to pose really well, how to pose effectively, gracefully. So that is the very important point. So give yourself almost 30 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour to
Yeah.
just practice posing
Yeah.
if you want to compete into bodybuilding or physique or wherever. It is very, very important. So
Mhm.
consistency is the key. Then coming to the sixth point is people say that bodybuilder don't get enough money,
Yeah.
and usually bodybuilders are poor and whatever. So what I'll say to it is you must know how to make money out of it.
Yeah. You've got to find ways to
So
make money. Yeah.
yes, yes. So it is very important to market yourself. So improve your communication skills, improve
Mhm.
your when you get enough knowledge about marketing, about how to talk to people, how to market yourself even when you're talking. So
Yeah.
that is very important. So that's how you earn.
Yeah.
So you need to know all these keys. It's very important. So
Okay.
for those who are into who are doing it with steroids and all, so that's very expensive. The way I do it, I don't feel bodybuilding is expensive.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very normal, handling the diet, whatever I eat is nothing. I can afford it quite well,
Yeah.
and
It's
anybody
good.
can do that.
Yeah.
But and with supplements, so I have sponsors for everything
Yeah.
because I have marketed really well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
so
So
it's all about it.
they're your top Aditi's top tips for
Yeah,
starting in bodybuilding. I like it. It's good.
yeah. So
So.
these are few tips that every newbie who is seeking a good career into
Mhm.
bodybuilding,
Mhm.
so they should do it.
Mhm.
So these are must.
Yeah.
You have to do it, otherwise you'll be out of the game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone's,
professionally or financially or
yeah,
however.
yeah, if anyone's listening, there we go. Look, they're your top tips, and hopefully, if anybody is interested, they take on your top tips and they move ahead with those. What about what about failures? Have you what's been your biggest failure since you've been doing this sport?
So I have been to many,
Yeah,
because until and unless you face failures, you won't grow up.
yeah, of course. But what's your biggest failure?
So biggest one was so I don't think that was the biggest one, but that was the only one which motivated me like anything. And since then I started. So as I told you about 2018 Miss India.
Mm-hmm.
So when I competed, I told you I was a lean bean and I didn't work out for that. I've done it for hardly 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and within 2 months I have competed Maharashtra and then Pune and then India.
Yeah,
But because I was addicted to winning medals, I was like, okay, I'll achieve a gold medal in Miss India 2018 as well.
yeah,
But I didn't know who all are the competitors. When I was in the green room, we were tanning the body.
yeah,
So I've seen people. So I've seen they are very good muscular people with good abs. So I was like, really, how will, as in how will I even stand there on stage in front of all these girls? So I have lost the half battle there itself, because I lost the self confidence.
yeah. Okay.
And then, like I told you, in Maharashtra, I was like, I have come here to win the medal anyhow, at any cost. I'll get the medal.
Yeah.
So I've got bronze medal because I was highly motivated, because I wanted the medal at any cost.
Mm-hmm.
But that day when I've seen others, I didn't see myself, but I've seen others,
Mm-hmm.
which I must not have done. So I've seen others and I was little less, motivated. I was down on my confidence. When I stepped on stage, because I've seen all the girls in their bodies, and I was like, really, can I do it? May I do it? Will I be able to do it? So because of all these questions, maybe I didn't get selected into top 10, but I was there in top 15. So that was an achievement, but that was a failure too, because I was expecting gold medal.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay. So yeah.
yeah, so I was, when they said okay, when they when they asked me to step down of the stage, when they said okay, better luck next time. So that was the moment I was about to cry. I was like,
Yeah.
really, why did it happen to me? And I was like, okay, now I'll inject, and I'll also come up with a good body and good muscular body. And because I was failing somewhere with my confidence, with my uh,
Achievement, or you're
self
like,
love. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, I was failing with everything possible.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow then, after uh, after that competition, I 2 3 days, it was really bad. And I was like, okay, now I'll inject. Then I started talking to people. Then I told you about the guy, and he told me, no, you don't need it, you have good genetics, just work out and follow the good diet, and you'll be able to rock it. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. So since then, when I spoke to him, since then I started working out. I didn't stop for a day. I didn't take any break, any cheat day or whatever. I worked out for 6 months badly, and then brought the transformation. I wish I can share the pictures here. That transformation was, you will also say, if you'll see that transformation, that because that was a natural transformation,
Yeah.
everyone who have seen me after 6 months, they are like, really, you have done this within 6 months only?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, I've done it because of that failure.
Yeah.
If I would have got any medal in Miss India 2018, I don't think I would have grown this way.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
good.
that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first, and I think that was the biggest failure of my life,
Yeah.
which motivated me like anything. And after that, I have faced so many failures, but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course it is.
Now
That's
I know
how we
how to grow
grow.
up.
It's absolutely. It's
Yes,
how we grow as individuals and as people. So your biggest failure turned into one of your biggest achievements in terms of what
yes,
happened in the end, which is great.
yes,
So we're coming to the end now, Aditi, and look, firstly, I think it's been fantastic. You know, some of the stuff that you shared. you know, I really think that some of the stuff that you shared today, for people that are listening, not just in India, for the cultural pieces that we've talked about, but I think anybody, you know, those pieces where we talked about where you kind of gone against the grain, and I think is very inspirational. And I think it's going to help a lot of people out there that are listening to this. So thank you very much. Now, what we did discuss was that you were going to be able to give, so we have a Polishing Your Diamond challenge at the end of every episode, and it doesn't change just because it's a guest episode. So what is your challenge for anybody that is listening today? What is your challenge?
Okay, so many people keeps on approaching me and asking me how to lose belly fat.
Okay.
So that's why, so we have a challenge of doing a plank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so today you can start with this challenge with either 30 seconds, 10 seconds, no matter how long you're doing it.
Yep.
But what matters here is setting a goal.
Yeah.
So suppose you want to do a plank for 3 minutes.
Yep.
Give yourself a month. That's okay. That's not the matter here. What matters here is give yourself a time span as well.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you want to achieve the plank of 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to achieve this within a month, so do it every day. Push yourself a bit every day.
Yep.
So suppose you have done it for 10 seconds today. Tomorrow, do it for 30 seconds. Try for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Day after, try for 1 minute. Then keep on pushing yourself a bit more. And then I am definitely sure you'll be able to achieve your goal. So that's how we are giving you a plank challenge.
Okay, great. I love it. So today's challenge is a plank challenge. So what we'll do is, for the sake of the episode, we're going to we'll start it with a 30-day challenge. You've got to do one plank today. After you've listened to this, you have to measure how long you can plank for. Yeah. So if I let's say I did it and I did it for 30 seconds, then tomorrow I'm going to do the plank again, and I've got to be able to do it for at least 1 second more than what I did today. So you've got to improve every single day for the next 30 days. What I'm going to ask is anybody that's listening is to share their success or any videos or anything they want to share in our social media platforms. So you can go over to Aditi's social media platforms, you go over to our Polishing Your Diamond social media platforms and share your successes and your progress with this challenge. So lastly then, Aditi, how can people find you? Where can they go to follow you on social media or any other platforms that are out there?
So on Instagram, it's by the name of Amazing Aditi.
Yep.
On YouTube, it is Aditi Bumb.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook as well, it is Aditi Bumb. So you can search me with Amazing Aditi on Instagram, Aditi Bumb on YouTube and Facebook.
Excellent. Okay. So thank you so much. Today's been
amazing.
Amazing.
Really nice talking to you and reliving those memories. So
good.
It was an amazing session with you.
Thank you.
So
thank you very much.
so much for this.
Thank you for your time. And look, guys, that's it for today. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow. Go to my website, polishingyourdiamond.com, for more content and subscribe. You'll also be able to find my podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and many other podcast platforms. And for anyone who prefers video, if you're watching video, go to YouTube. You'll also be able to find me on Instagram, IGTV, Facebook, and LinkedIn, where there'll be snippets of my content. Remember, polish your diamond. This has been Richard Rosa and Aditi Bumb. Stay safe and keep active.